look, man, you can't let people that don't know me outdo you with support. How you let people that don't know me outdo you with support? Want to leave Dookie out?
Whether it's on the grass or the concrete,
they don't care. They picking it up. They walking the dog with bags. They got little bags. All around the neighborhood is little poopy.
I was just going to say, you got the hose.
They got little poop cans. They got dog parks specifically for dogs. I'm like, I really came a long way. Look at me. A dog park. Look, a place where just dogs can go. They got some shit going on. I like this.
Roam free.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you drinking a little margarita, huh? Yeah, my first time trying that, I was in Hawaii, man.
These right here?
Yeah, they hit.
Yeah.
They hit. I tried it out. They had like a little $70. Like, fuck, I'm gonna grab a margarita. You know, I'm in Hawaii. I'm looking to get drunk all day. I tasted that.
Vacation, you just feel like you just,
yeah, but I was telling people you gotta know the difference between a vacation and a trip. See, on a vacation, you read books on the beach, you get massages, you do yoga. On a trip, we drink all day, we have sex with random folks. We don't care, we don't give a fuck what we do. You know what I'm saying? We wilding out.
That nigga stupid. Facts.
Fuck all that shit. Like we doing everything all day.
We doing us.
Well, if you sleeping in too long, you might not get invited to the next one. So.
Man,
I remember when we was in Big Bear, nigga. What? It was over.
Yeah, I just seen like a little TikTok. They had a cool thing where they made rules before. As soon as the trip started, they made rules. So one person rule was like, if you're the last one getting dressed, you gotta take a shot.
Facts.
If you ask where my phone at, you gotta take a shot. You know what I'm saying? If you on the phone too long, you gotta take a shot.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I fuck that. Yeah, man.
So that's a deal, man. What's up? How y'all doing?
Oh, we
Getting by.
Yeah, we all.
Getting by.
Yeah.
Getting by, man. No complaints at all.
Facts. Same here.
Because if I waste time complaining, then that's time wasted. I just heard something that was real deep to me, and it blew my mind. The guy said, life is not short. It's really long. You rushing it. So let's just say you at school, and you like, man, I can't wait till school over with. You rushing that time to go by low key, like, and you supposed to be being. I want to take my time and appreciate every second because I can't get it back. So it's like, man, life is not short. Nigga, 30 years is a long ass time. Nigga, that's long. When you really look at it, 30 years is a long time.
That is facts for sure. Because when you are a freshman, you like, I can't wait till I'm a senior. So you really ain't even appreciating the fact that like taking it in. Like I just like I'm just. You really do. And it's always like that. You be like, when you're 13, you be like, I can't wait till I'm 16. And we do rush it. So
now when you get 18, I can't wait to be 21.
Then once you get older, you start slowing down.
I'm 40.
Hold up. So
that's you want to go slow when you realize you're getting old. But I don't believe in like old. Old is a mindset to me. I believe like when you get stubborn and stuck in your ways, that's when you old.
Yeah. You can be a young old nigga, like for real. You know, see people that just be grumpy and all that, and just be sitting around, ain't got nothing going. You be like, damn, you just mad all day, and they just sit there. You be like, this is an old nigga right here.
This old badass nigga. Like, don't want to nobody do nothing.
Cause you can meet people that's like I went on a cruise, and there was these ladies. They was celebrating it was like a friendship reunion they had. Like
they really be having on cruises. You will meet them type of group of people.
They was 70, like all of them was like 70 years old, bro, and we was going to Mexico and all that. So I seen them on the boat, and they was just like, you know what I'm saying, speaking to us and asking us why we was taking the trip. I'm like, oh, it's my birthday, whatever. They was buying the shots. We seen them in the bar in Mexico going up. I'm like, they drinking, they bringing the shots to them. I'm just like, They really
They
out
like
here
over.
really doing it.
Yeah,
now we over there trying to match them. I'm just like, they trying to, they ain't about to win over here. They sending shots over there, like send them back over there. Like it's crazy, but they said you got to keep living.
And I like to get around like I like to talk to like the young dudes. Like I like to just because we live generations change things like. I used to look at it and be like, man, y'all ain't doing it like me. We went up. And then I realized I'm not living in the world they living in. So in their mind, every day they going up and they like, nobody doing it like us.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
The old niggas look at us the same way.
Like y'all ain't doing it like I look at
we did that a long time ago.
Like going to Jordan to use with the Jordan, I'm like, dang. I remember when Juvie Rickman was like the guys on the football team, they was really the guys. And then Beckman came in was like, they feel like they was better. And we was like, no, Okie and Journey, they was so much better. And
it's a new wave.
It's a new wave. If you're not living in that world, you need to find a way to get in it. And it's innovative, and I get to see where they head at. So when I get to creating something new, I'm like, okay, I kind of know where everybody mind at. I can appeal to kind of everybody a little bit.
You can relate. You can actually have a conversation with them, and you can get on their level too because you know where they're coming from. You know. The
youth is the future, bro.
Facts.
They in control. Like I think I would like I just now finished writing this book where it's getting published right now. So in this book, it teach you about like coming from the hood and like change your life and stuff. So basically, a lot of people don't even get a chance at life coming from the hood because you gangbanging at 5. So you don't even get a chance at life to be a kid, to ever really be a kid. So like a lot of times when I talk to the young dudes and all that, they never really got a chance to be a kid.
That's crazy.
And when they was being a kid, they was like, you better hurry up and get grown so you can learn how to do it on your own.
And that's when they start rushing time and all that.
Like, I gotta hurry up. Dang, my mama stressing me, telling me about the bills. Like if I can pay them.
But you're a kid, so you want to hustle because you want to help moms, but it's just like some people don't get to appreciate just
childhood
playing and not having to worry about all that.
Not like them, but eating the mud pie, getting scars, falling.
For real.
Like I
you tell kids that, they be like,
it's mandatory. My daughter gotta go outside. Like she be like, oh, I'm gonna be on my. No, you gotta go get on a bike,
get dirty, go get some bruises, go ahead,
get on a swing. Let's go to the park.
Go get hurt. Just go ahead and just have fun.
And it's just crazy how it affects them when they get older. People when they get older because it's like. Now they feel like, all they know is work and, they don't make time for themselves to actually enjoy their life.
And when and it's like, we don't teach the young man how to be emotional.
Man.
Like to have emotion, bro.
Man.
Like, I think it's powerful to have, you gotta have some emotion to be able to understand how to control yourself.
Yep.
Because getting mad, that's a form of that. You have no control. You don't know how to think things through and stuff like that. And then even more deeper, when you get in a relationship with a female and you don't even know how to love her correctly because you don't know how to love. I asked my homie, how many times your daddy hugged you or kissed you? He said, get me.
Niggas try to do that, you be like, bro,
But you not learning affection, and now you get with a woman and you really love her. Now you thinking that you've been affectionate because you like, I told you I loved you last month. You don't remember that?
They would know the details, the date and everything. Like I tried to show you, end up getting mad.
1:30 and I said I love you.
That man got 6 years. Think about it. That one day he tried it, and it didn't work. It was just like now all of a sudden it's a problem.
Facts.
But when you go out and you start like us, for instance, we was going to Jordan and all that stuff. We consumed all of that. You consume all of that. We start branching off.
Yep.
You see it's like completely different. You start you getting people from different races and all that stuff. They show love like they don't care who watching or nothing. Hey bro, I got you. You ain't gotta worry about nothing. And it's just, and when you start looking at it, you just like, man, they on some weird. But your first mind is just like, oh, these
guys are good.
The dumb shit. Like, man, they on some whole other shit. You just like, they gotta be messing around.
Be different when you're from the hood. That's just the bottom line.
Yeah, I remember when me and the mother of my child first got together. We used to sit there for hours looking at each other, talking and shit. And out of nowhere, she'd ask me, like, you okay? And I'd be like, bruh, stop asking me that. You just been looking at me for 2-3 hours. Why you keep asking me that? She's just like, I want to make sure you're okay. Like,
you can see something, bro. A lot of times they can see something. And I'm just learning all kind of new stuff, man. And that's just something I want to put out there in the universe. Like, it's okay to have emotions as a guy. You become a bitch when you do some bitch shit. not when you show emotion. Not saying you got to live your life through emotions, because I even feel like in business, especially, a lot of times emotions don't exist. It's invisible in business. That's a different space. That's a different space, because I don't get in my feelings if you don't buy nothing. I ain't in my feelings. If you don't come, I ain't in my feelings about none of that. You know what I'm saying? When I'm closing the deal, I'm not emotional at all. We gotta do this business. It is what it is. This is the price. You paying it or I'm paying it. Ain't no emotions in that. But I'm just saying, like, in general in life, it's okay to be emotional as a man. It's okay to love people. It's okay to cry. If you gotta cry, bro, cry. It's alright. I ain't telling you to walk around this like hugging the bear or nothing, but it's important.
But then it's like, I feel like it's a crossroad though, because man, it's like you got them people. If you do show emotions and you do show that side, people will take advantage of that.
That's why you gotta know when. It's the balance of the world. Like, I go into, if it's some business stuff, I know how to go into it with authority, to where you ain't gonna just feel like anyway you can outdo me anyway, and I don't want to, and I'm gonna do it in such a way where you won't even feel like I'm doing you no kind of way. Right. It's even playing field. Yeah. We gotta respect each other and be as honest as we can be. Sometimes in business you gotta lie too.
Business
is a tricky.
Business is a whole another. You can know the streets to a T. Mm-hmm. You can be a square about it, all that stuff. You got to meet in the middle, because business will show you a whole.
It's a whole nother.
We can hang out every single day
in the second business,
and then you go. As soon as we get into business, it's a whole nother side when the money get involved, and you can know somebody and be like, "Oh yeah, y'all can be rocking and all that stuff." Once they start running numbers, and somebody can look at you and I don't trust you like that.
I don't ever talk numbers with people.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you why I don't. Like, let's say somebody DM me, "Oh man, I heard you do this, so you can make this, or you got that." I never talk numbers with them. I go, "Oh, okay, send me a list of everything you want done. I'm gonna send you an invoice." Because you can't argue with a piece of paper and try to negotiate with a piece of paper. You can try to negotiate with me, but I sent you the invoice, Cash App on there, Zelle on there.
That makes perfect sense.
Because you can't argue with that. The numbers is there. That's why I tell
if you agree,
you agree.
It's already the conversation already done.
We can always negotiate. I'm not mad at when people trying to get a deal, because I know how to negotiate, but there's some things you just can't negotiate, and that's like a man setting prices and stuff like that. Like I tell everybody, not having a website is a problem, because you leave the door open for negotiation. People know when they add something to their cart, I can't get that until I pay. When you pulling up on people, you dropping off, ain't nothing wrong with that, because you got to do what you got to do to start somewhere. But eventually, I realized that, man, if I'm pulling up on people, that's a chance to negotiate. That's for them to say, I don't got all the money, but I'm already there. So I'm like, just give me what you got. And
you know what? Right. But you know, another thing with business that's hard is we became so cool with people that came up with us and all that stuff. It was just like, nigga, we was really at the line. We was chilling and all.
These really are our friends.
But once I got into business, it was just like, all right, bet. I rock with you. But if I really rock with you, I'm not going to question your prices. That's why when you start doing whatever you was doing, I always hit you. I'm like, I got you. Let me just go
everything.
I don't want no.
I like, never
just what's the price? I'm like, exactly.
I negotiate with other things.
I'm like, what's the ticket for this? He send it to me. I'm like, all right, bet. I'll shoot it to him. Like, then you got the people that be like, man, we used to do all this. Like, hey man, I got this. I got 60. What can you do for this? Like you. And
I feel like that ain't a real friend, honestly, or a real like, if we really cool, if we really cool,
talk to him.
I just now had to talk to my homegirl about this too. I said, look, man, you can't let people that don't know me outdo you with support. How you let people that don't know me outdo you with support? You sell hair oil, whatever. I don't wear wigs, but I bought it. I posted it. I post your business. I'm commenting your comments. I'm saving your videos. You not showing me that same support. You letting people I never met a day in my life outdo you. They're willing to overpay me, and you trying to underpay me. No. We can't be friends. I gotta make these. But I learned how to separate customers from friends. Once you become a customer, you're a customer. We're not the friendship that we got. We're not even going.
That's a fact.
Let's not even smile right now.
Right.
This the numbers. This is what you know. And I'm trying to grow, and you're minimizing that growth by stunting me with the money. Come on, man. I'm trying to make money.
That's how you start the conversation. Like, what we having the conversation as? You coming to me as the customer? Are we chilling? What we doing? Because it's gonna get two different sides.
I don't even talk business with my friends.
Yeah, just like what
I tell
we
them
doing.
to go to my website and book a consultation.
Yeah, like what we doing? No,
don't try to sneak in.
It's some people they wouldn't even open their mouth. As soon as you start, they'll let you get a question or two in. Then after that, they're like, oh yeah, just go ahead and book this little consultation, and all that. Like I got my rates on there and all that. That's it. They don't talk no more business.
They
but we
right
chill.
Up.
Yeah,
that shit right
now.
Like the homegirl, she was like, I did my LLC papers wrong. Can you just look at them? Go on my page. Yeah. Go on my website. And I would completely redo it for you, trademark and everything. But we ain't gonna. Let's talk about the color panties you got on. Let's not talk about business. Because business, I do that's separate from what we talking about. And a lot of times, people try to mix the worlds to put you in that trick bag. But I learned all the strategies is they can't negotiate with paper.
With us, like in general, because I was doing photography for a minute, but I wasn't really serious. But your marketing and stuff like that, you push people to make them want to do something. Right. No matter what it was just because it's like, and I do the same thing when I do photography, when I do events and stuff like that. I make it seem like it's so much fun. Like they don't know the work that like the editing and all that. That's not their job. So when I see a video, I'll be like, man, that's great. But I know what you have to do behind the scene. But people be like, man, that's dope. When you gonna drop another one? They be like, nigga, I'm not about to drop one every day. Like I just did this video a week ago. I just posted it. But you gotta make it seem like, you know what I'm saying? Just to give people hope. Yeah, like
as an entrepreneur, your job is to make it look effortless. We don't care. It's sad to say this, but we don't care when your family's sick. We don't care when you're on vacation. Fact. We want what you do and sell. I just now put my homegirl up. She got like a monthly subscription box. And she just went blank on Instagram. She wasn't making no posts and all that. So then finally she popped back up on Instagram. I'm like, where you been at? I was depressed. I said, look, download this app. Well, you can schedule your Instagram and Facebook posts and all that. And you don't have to be on Instagram. You can be depressed, but your content still get out there. You know what I'm saying? Because people don't care about, oh, you was up all night packing boxes. Oh, it's fun when you get 200 orders until you got to be the one packing the boxes. It all changes. I think, like with entrepreneurship, the stuff that don't get talked about enough is the behind the scenes stuff. So people thinking, that's why everybody's trying to get in it, not knowing it's really a grind. Woo. You trading your 9 to 5 for 24/7.
Facts.
I can be with my girl chilling. I can be with my girl chilling. But if I get an email from a customer, I didn't get my package. I can't blow them off. Facts. I'm the customer service rep. I'm HR. I'm stocker. I'm everything, bro.
That's crazy because I was telling my little brother that same thing. I said, bro, people think like they ready for this, but once you realize you gotta keep doing this shit for the rest of your life, like get it, like being an entrepreneur, you can't just do it and then, you know, this is something you gotta do.
Are you okay with going broke too?
Yeah, you got you better be okay with being broke.
You go broke then all of a sudden you okay with being broke. Bro.
That's why I tell people, don't quit your job when you're starting to be an entrepreneur. Yeah. You need the job to take care of your bills. Right. Even if you don't get enough for funding, you do not want you start a business hoping that that's gonna pay your bills. Because sales go up and down, bro. It's not gonna always be.
The job is guaranteed.
It's guaranteed. 40 hours.
Like, you already know what your check gonna look like.
Yeah, you need that to pay the bills.
Entrepreneur, you be booming this month, then the next month
you'll be depressed, bro. I remember in the beginning having a rollout like I'm gonna sell out. $200. Like whoa.
Now you sitting on all this stock and all that. Now you doing sales. Now you just like, oh, okay, do this and you can get a shirt or whatever, and it's. Because when you go into it, we think that it's just gonna happen. And I left my job, bro, and I was just like, I'm into it. I got it. Had the camera, bro, and I didn't get booked for a minute. And I was just start.
It get depressing, boy. It get depressing, boy. It gets dark.
I swear to you, it was a lot what was going on, but I started to like find free courses and stuff like that. That's what helped me. You can Google anything now.
Facts.
I will Google a free course for anything, marketing and all that stuff, and they just you would click on it. It's people that will give you a whole hour or two, like a free game.
Facts.
You just tuning in because they getting paid off of just the viewers and all that stuff.
I have a free course going while I'm doing cleaning up the house.
You chilling, you just got it playing.
I got it going.
Yeah. And there's people that go through the same thing you go through just to hear them and seeing where they at now. You like, bruh, you like,
consistency. It's like I say this. The reason it's like that, bro, is that this generation only like to see you breaking the finish line tape. They don't really think about you train. Let's just take the Olympics for example. You train in 4 years, 5 years, bro, running in the dirt. And nobody's seeing that. Nobody's seeing that. All they seeing and caring about is when you getting the gold medal on your neck and they like, see, that's what I need to do. I'm gonna get that gold medal. Oh, you don't know that for 5 years, every day that person has to wake up, stretching, running, everything in the world. You just want to cross the finish line. You don't even want to do the race. You just want to be at the tape and be like, I broke through.
And just off of you just saying the Olympics alone. Only the top people are going to the Olympics.
You do it 4 or 5 years to try to qualify to get in.
And then you got to work the stadium too,
bro.
You run into qualify,
and then you got niggas that be lazy as hell. They ain't doing no work now. Like, oh man, I could have did better. These are the top people, bro. And that's why when I watch the Olympics, I watch it from a different standpoint. I'm like, it worked out. Like, it is what it is.
Y'all got that.
But that's in everything, even business, bro. Because look. People see the numbers don't lie. That took work.
Man. Posting when I
ain't want to post. Stand up when I doing this. Coming up with creative ideas. Doing work I don't want to, working with people I don't want to work with sometimes. Because I know that my end goal is something different. I got a high ceiling that I'm trying to reach that's feeling impossible, but every time I look up, it's like, damn, everything I'm touching is turning into gold. How is that possible? But I'm forgetting all the work I put into it.
You said something that was deep too, though. Not to cut you off.
No, you great.
It's a lot of people now, like, they so prideful, they don't soak up game. Where we come from is like,
it's necessary.
It's like that's because of our respect for like OGs and stuff like that. Like, and OGs can be anybody. It can be your grandma, your uncle,
it can be your brother,
stuff. Like anybody. You just that even if they just mean wrong, like. There's some niggas be in the streets and be like, man, I'm getting this money, this and that. You can soak it up and you can be like, that ain't what I want to do. Yeah, and people think that you gotta just take the information. You can separate that and you can just and what we did is we just take bits and pieces.
That's why I listen to everybody's advice and then I apply what matters to me. If it applies to me, I take it. I'm not gonna disrespect it because you never know. Like they said, the janitor can give you some game.
Hell yeah.
And the CEO may not never tell you one word, and then the janitor can possibly give you some game that's gonna really put you on. Nothing I do is on accident, bro. I think people think sometimes like, oh, he just coming up with that off the whim. It's like, nah, bro. Like everything I do is strategic, and you should be strategic with everything you do, and not make it be accident because accidents don't exist. Luck don't exist.
That's a fact.
If you're somewhere and something happened like it's supposed to,
I don't really think they really
in that position.
Nobody really thinks that, bro. They do not. They just like, oh, it just. I don't.
It's not out of thin air, bro. You just not getting to see the work, and it's my job as an entrepreneur for you not to have to see it because if you having a dream and aspiration to get to where I'm at, you're gonna be like, man, he told me how he be losing sleep, he be stressed out, he gotta do this. Now you're going to be saying to yourself, I don't want to really do that. And most of the people you look up to, you like, man, it's effortless. But you don't see those hours, man.
That's crazy. I was watching a video one day, and there was a dude, he was walking, and he was talking to an OG. He said, hey, he was like, can I give you a free haircut? The dude like,
I like that guy. I like that guy.
And the older dude, he
got a story too, though.
He was like, people got to understand, y'all looking at the outcome when it took this person 5, 6, 7, 8 years of work, like hard work, like you said, not sleeping for a lot of nights, bro. 20, working 20 hours.
Put out. Think about it. Kendrick Lamar didn't get signed. Well, as big as what till he was 30. We all know that this dude been rapping since he was 15.
Facts.
We all know. Let's just keep it a buck. Don't nobody like a struggling artist or a struggling entrepreneur. They're like, why won't you just go get a job? But you got a vision in your mind. So think about from 15 years, him not having jobs, none of people putting him out. He's sleeping in the studio. Nobody ain't never opening their mouth to talk about that.
Right.
All they saying is Kendrick #1, forgetting that for 15 years he was making an attempt to get in this game. Had to reinvent himself, change his name, change his style.
Cause you feel like it ain't working.
Facts.
You know what makes difference is the people that will actually believe in what you're talking about. So you can be the person to get put out, but who's gonna be the next person to open the door for you to come in? So it's like, and you think about if you was that person, you come in and say you stay here, somebody come in this door and was like, man, look, I got this music stuff that's gonna pop, this, that, and the third, but you don't see no results.
Facts.
Probably a year, you don't see no results. It's just like, bro, you just a person that's sitting here. No, it's some people that did that, but it's just like the convenience of like I'm working hard, this, that, and the third. Like you just telling me this music stuff.
I don't care.
Yeah, like I don't.
It's not generating nothing.
I'm not.
Right now. I don't see your
at
vision.
this moment. I'm going through it. So it's like you can bounce around because ain't no person gonna let you stay in their house about 5 years and they don't see no result.
Yeah, like I tell anybody, it's not a problem with living with your people. The problem is when you start living off your people.
Oh,
so that means that when you start having Balenciagas and all the latest shoes,
now you walking in there.
Now you ain't cleaning up. You eating the food up.
You got another package at the door.
Yeah, you got another package. They ain't getting nothing new. They can start to look around and be like, all right, now, hold up. Now
you told me you already have it 20 times.
Exactly, but now if you wake up, even if you didn't have a job, if you woke up in somebody's house every day, got up before they did, made the bed up, cleaned the kitchen up, they drink coffee, the coffee was made, breakfast was made, I guarantee you will be able to live with them until they don't got nowhere to stay. Because they ain't going to care about the money. They going to see like, look, this is what I'm benefiting. Because I look at that and everything too. How does it benefit me? Yeah, how does it benefit me? And it doesn't always got to be monetary when I'm talking about benefiting me, because I have people that just talking to them, that's beneficial for me. I'm like, just
you feel motivated when you just like, I'm about to get on I'm about to go ahead and get going.
I'm about to lock in. Cause like a lot of, I schedule my life too like that. I don't overwhelm. I stopped overwhelming myself like early in the game. I tried to do too much. So then I start scheduling my life. I'm like, okay, so on Sunday I watch a little football, have a drink. I'm writing down all my content ideas. I'm having conversations with people just like this, and I'm that can be a content idea. Okay, right. I write all the content there. Then I leave it alone. I just chill the rest of the day. I don't think about it no more. The next day comes. I'm filming now. I'm getting everything I need.
You already got the whole
I got 20 ideas. I got 20 ideas. All right. How I'm going to make it funny or how I'm going to make it creative. Boom. That's the next step. Now I'm like, okay, I ain't touching it again for 2 days. Okay, now for Thursday, I'm going to just film all day. I ain't going to do nothing but film. And I'm not going to edit it. I'm not going to worry about that. Saturday, have some drinks. I'm going to edit.
And that's like work. But it's your schedule on how you want to do it.
Because you have to schedule too as an entrepreneur and not feel like I need to just be doing it. I'm scheduling. So Saturday, now I'm editing on Saturday. Now I got 20 videos. That's two weeks of content.
Thanks.
Now I can lay back on the content for a minute and focus on other stuff. Right now, how I'm going to rebrand this. How I'm going to get creative here. How I'm going to do that. How can I make more out of that? Oh, wow. Because there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes.
That marketing stuff.
That's crazy.
Will take you a long way. You can literally
You'll make a bank.
You can shoot 5 or 6 different podcasts just off yourself alone. Mm-hmm. All you doing is changing your clothes and it look like a different day.
Yeah,
same haircut and all that. Yeah, you can be like, I'm about to make this. You do it, put it to the side, and then you go ahead and switch. You be like, all right, today we about to do.
Yeah,
and it's just
you can literally have a whiteboard right here. Like I set my whiteboard up, and then let's say like I got the new series I just started, Hard Pill to Swallow. Right. Mm-hmm. I got 10 episodes of that recorded, bro. I don't have to do. I don't have to think about that content.
Always wait. I told you the first time you did it, I was just like, I said, build up these episodes so that way when if something happened, family issue, whatever, now you got content that you can automatically
I got stuff on my phone nobody's ever seen, and then I also got a team of people that I really trust and that I send my content to, that taste my stuff before everybody else, and these is real people that go, not that. Right. Or you might want to not say that's funny, but you might not want to get yourself involved in talking about that.
That's when you be posting, be like, yes, man, this is a dangerous people.
They're dangerous, bro. They're dangerous, and I'm never
people
gonna
that disagree with everything.
But I'm never gonna
don't like me.
It's like a weird space.
But see, a lot of people got to be willing to take that.
Yeah, we live in a piece.
But like you said, it is. I swear, our school, like I'm telling you, you is the most blunt. Niggas will lie about Niggas will lie about themselves, but when it come to you, they gonna be honest.
A nigga gonna walk right up and go, you cockeyed. Nigga gonna go, stare at you, leave. Man, that nigga cockeyed.
Yeah,
gonna walk right up and be like,
this ain't anything. They don't care about what your condition is. But to them, like, when they talking about the story with them, like, nigga, I blew about like 5 racks and all that.
10 bitches.
Yeah, like, you be sitting there
like, they
like,
gonna keep it real. They gonna keep it real.
yeah, like, alright. But when it come to you, nigga be like, this nigga right here.
Yeah, but we live in a different world now, so ain't nobody ever gonna come up like that again and have a high school.
Way more people sensitive. Like,
I really tell people, I don't think y'all get it. It can be a movie based off my high school life, not even my whole life. Just the 4 years of my high school at Jordan, a movie can be made. You gotta understand, we're talking about people having sex with people. We talking about people having cars, robbing, jacking, going to jail.
I went to Jordan my last, like, I think the last year and a half I was there with him. Just off of that alone, because that was my home. My mom would not let me go to none of the homeschool. She was just like, no. You gonna go to the west side for middle school, and then I'm just like, boom. We go to Victorville for a couple months. I'm bouncing back. I never stayed at no school longer than 2 years, so I'm like,
you always have to hit.
So I'm just bouncing. So it let me know different types of people. So I'm like, all right. I'm like, let me.
And you gonna learn how to fit anywhere.
And then I'm going to school on the west side and all that, but I gotta come back to Watts. Like, I gotta come back home. So I'm just, even though
all my friends live over
there. I'm like, I'm coming back. So I'm seeing people get older and all that stuff. But when I touched down, I came back home, my dad was like, nah. He was like, you know what? Scratch that. No, you gonna come here. You can play basketball if you want to, but you need to come back home.
And you came though. I think the team was pretty dang.
That's when Frank and all them, And it was, and that's when we had met. And that's when we started sophisticated
weirdos. We was skating. We started getting called
sophisticated weirdos. Yeah. We was wearing different chucks, all that.
Like right now, how I'm doing all this stuff I'm doing. People like, man, he doing so much. All the internet really did is gave you opportunity to see that I do, bro. Since I've been creating shit, being a part of shit. I literally, bro, I had one class in the 12th grade. I was in leadership. I played basketball 1 year. I played football 1 year. I played tennis 1 year. I played volleyball. I never consistently in any of it. Nigga, I was the mascot, bro.
We went with this nigga. He was
like, bro, like really, like everything that you can do in school, I did it.
That's crazy.
Like literally, they never will kick me out of Jordan. Look, this was I was such a school spirit guy. Like I was number one everything, right? They would never kick me out, bro. I stole a car from the school, laptops. They give me in the office and go, why would you do that? We can't kick you out because you do everything.
But just like he said, that would be the thing they don't even talk about. He did some.
When people used to come visit the school, they would get me and Diamond Killian and go, y'all two walk them around the campus. Bro, it's like, it's really, it could be a movie.
That's crazy because I was the total opposite growing up. I was the one that was scared to, because I didn't want to be that weirdo. I didn't want to be, that one that everybody talked about. But I did on everything. I did grow after. I think it was like 12th grade. I did grow after that, and I look back, and I was like, I wasted all this time worrying about what people cared about.
Man, if they go get a yearbook, bro, they got me directing the choir in the yearbook. I'm on damn near every page outside of the pictures that they have, your single pictures and
whenever it was a group picture.
I was in it. I was in it, bro. It's to the point when graduation came around, they called my parents into the office. Dr. Strong called my mom into the office and said, listen, we've been hearing too many stories about what Steven planned on doing when he walked across the stage. If he do anything extreme, he not getting his diploma because they don't give you your diploma when you walk on stage. Like, man, because I was telling people, man, when
we gonna wait to see what you doing.
I was like, I'm gonna let off some fireworks. I was just making up shit. But they were serious. They were like,
First of all, if you just stole a car, then fireworks might possibly happen.
We don't put nothing past this nigga.
First off, I got a long-standing history with all of these people. So I ended up, I had these two friends, right? So look, I was super popular in about 10th, 11th grade. Right. Just ridiculously popular. I'm talking about I hung with only the cool people. Then I just took like a half a year off and I just hung with weirdos. Not y'all, but like, I like the back of the school weirdos, like they can't come in the lunch area weirdos.
They plot now.
Yeah, like I want to just see what they doing. Like I want to see why they like this. Like 6 months. And they took me to this church, and I met this girl, and she was a little hottie. I meet her, right? So she's like, she's really a church girl, so she's like, I want you to come over to the house, dinner, and meet my mom. So I go over to the house, boom. I'm sitting at the table. Mr. Whitman, the dean, walks in. This is his mama house and his sisters and whatnot. They call it, and the crazy part is he was a big at the time. He was a big dude, boy. They called him Little Pookie or something like that, like a little funny nickname. So after I knew where his mama lived at, and I was talking to his sister.
When he seen you, it was kind of
I went to school that Monday. He was like coming off. He was like, "Don't tell nobody my mom lived," because this school got real gang members at it. Like this ain't for fake. Like people here shoot.
Niggas was secret. Like if you went in the project, niggas was just like, "Hey, bro, don't
do nothing." Niggas, these real gang members like, "Man, don't tell nobody like my mom live." I said, "Don't tell nobody where your mom live." I get a little free space, man. I get to get a little wild. And
I ain't gonna tell him if.
I went and got in trouble that day, and he was like, "You supposed to get suspended for that." I took a sidekick out of somebody's backpack. So he was like, "You supposed to get suspended." They know you got. I don't know what they talking about. This one sidekick was hot, you know. This was a big deal. And he was like, "All right, I ain't gonna suspend you, but you got to go to the game. It was a football game." And you gotta do it, and you gotta listen to the cheerleader coach at the time was this weird gay guy. He was like, he was irritated. So he was like, they was doing like a fundraiser. He was doing like a fundraiser. So he was like making me my job go back to the car and keep getting the candy out of the car because they couldn't just have candy at the niggas was stolen. So then I
reading up. He gotta re up.
Yeah. So then I went to the car and I'm like, fuck, I'm about to take this motherfucker. So I start the car up, boom. Right, I started car, boom, I put it in reverse. Why when I put it in reverse, I stump on the gas and I hit a car. Bam! I hit a car in the parking lot, right? And the only reason I got my foot off the gas because there used to be this other security guard named Big Head. His name was Big Head. He was like, "Oh shit, man, this nigga done hit somebody, shit, man." So I hurried up, put it in drive, and I parked it back. Whitman came in the car and got me on the car and drove me to the gate. He said, "Just go home, man." Just go home, man. He said, "Just go home."
No.
Just go home, man.
Didn't you hit somebody's car prom night?
Oh yeah, I hit a nigga car prom night too. That's because I was listening to the nigga whose car I hit telling me that I had it. Cause I'm turning.
I went back to prom with somebody else. Like, this nigga Stevie Wildin in the parking lot. I'm like, wow, is that?
It wasn't even all wild, bro. It was like,
you know how niggas act. They make the story
like he was parked like this, but I was coming to turn into the park like that, right? But it was his car, so I'm like, I'm good, right? I'm clean. Like, yeah, you good. As soon as he said that, I hit the shit. Bam! I said, I thought you said I was good. He like, oh man, that was a wild night right there. I'm gonna tell you, you know how that was a wild night because the principal called my phone the next morning looking for the girl I went home with. So I was like, damn, she fucking the principal? Because you had to question shit like that at this time. I'm telling you, that ain't no wild shit to think at this time.
It's regular.
No. At this school, this is not something that ain't happening. This is happening. The students are having sex with the staff.
Bruh,
this is happening. So
that's a fact.
It's a movie. My 4 years in high school was a movie. I went to college. 1 year. And after that, I just never went back. Fuck school. And now I really believe that when you find your niche or whatever it is that you do, you have to learn everything about it. A lot of people think like somebody make one pot of spaghettis and be like, "I'm a chef." Nigga. You don't know nothing about none of the bases of none of the real cooking stuff that you're supposed to just go and simply learn because you're calling yourself a chef.
I think what we did, we really set the tone for a lot of that stuff, bro. Like a lot of people, we grew up with a lot of people. Niggas was hustlers and all that stuff, and it's just like they took the legal route and they making this shit look good. Like this, like it's just constantly we just hear the stuff. It's just like, all right, bro, we gonna support it.
Bro, it's not supposed to be. The crazy part about it is that all our other peers from around that time, they doing exactly the same shit that they was doing. I mean, verbatim, like they still doing the exact same stuff, and I don't judge them on that. I knew that's how they was gonna be. You knew him. You knew that. We could just say Wani. We knew Wani gonna be who Wani is. Not a bad person, great guy. But we know that's what he was who he was gonna be from school. You feel what I'm saying? It's like you never knew what I was gonna be. Like I didn't have no teacher, and I'm sure you didn't either, that ever told me you ain't gonna be shit. Teachers like you gonna be something. I just don't know really what you gonna be. Like
when I be listening to music and stuff like that, like it seemed like so many people was told they wasn't gonna be anything. And it's just like you can't use the negativity that can't be your only fuel.
Right.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna see something in you. Nobody really talks about that. Like nobody really talks about all that.
The music though. When it comes to the get out the mud with the music, the storyline is easier to sell when you got it out the mud. A lot of people don't want
hurt.
Yeah, a lot of people can't connect with you if you say, well, yeah, my mom and my dad owned the laundromat and we were rich our whole lives, and I got into music because my mom had an extra room in the house and I turned it into a music room. They even bought me a piano. That don't sound like a story you want to hear, and then hear you in the song saying, I'm going through a lot. You like, nigga, no, you're not. So that's why I think people forget stuff you do for them so that they can still have it. I got it out the mud theory.
And that's why we be seeing movies and stuff like that. They always pitch that. When you see documentaries, it's just like we hear you. Like they always the stuff they come out with be like, this is what I want to pitch off, and they be like, it ain't gonna really sell. So niggas go off of the negative stuff.
It sells.
Will always sell, like with movies and all that stuff. Always when you see a black movie, they don't really have too many love stories and just genuine movies and stuff like that. They don't really make that. All our movies be the same thing. It's gonna be slavery, selling drugs, shooting each other. We might get one black superhero every now and every 10 years. So it's just like
that's why they stopped the black sitcom, because if you look at all the black sitcoms, it was a successful black father or a successful black man. Even Martin, radio host, TV and show. My Wife and Kids, he owned a trucking company. Bill.
Different World was
Different World college.
Beyond, like I'm telling you, beyond the timing, Different World came out at the perfect time, but it was like too early in a sense, because if it came out now, they wouldn't even. They was talking about politics and all that stuff, but we were so young. We was just like Different World was just like nobody really was like really on that. But Martin and all that stuff started blowing up, and it was just like because he was clowning around about like
he like had no real seriousness to his show.
Yeah, so it was just like we Different World. If that was come out, it would be so many people just back
with a different mindset.
Yeah, so it's just like
I'll tell everybody that I'll be like, man, I want you to try new stuff, and I want you to get on a plane. I want you to eat somewhere you never ate, because as long as you never try anything, you just gonna be comfortable with what you used to. You have to go try other things so it change your mind, bro. Like my first time flying, I remember my first time flying. I remember opening the window and was like, damn, this must be the closest thing you can get to heaven without dying. That's how it made me. Looking at the clouds, I was like, damn, and it did something to my mind. I was like, I need to do whatever it takes to always be able to get on one of these and go somewhere. I need to. It's like I got homies that spend a lot of money on shoes and clothes, but they need to, because that's what motivates them to keep grinding against. I was like, man, you wasting your money on that. It's technically not a waste, because it's what drives them.
To look forward to something. Release dates. Put it like that. Just release dates.
It's the drives, and it's like I look at that in my marketing too. A lot of people be like, you should always have it on the site. I do always have stuff on the site, but if it's something I know that people are eager to have, I'm gonna always do some type of market employee rollout for it, because then it does something else. Like I even go as far as to be like, hey, you got a brand, all right, you do all the marketing for it. I'm gonna put this stuff on my site. I'm gonna do all the packaging, shipping. I'm gonna do all of that, but just get your fans to come to my website, because I'm gonna get sales on my stuff once they see it. So it's like, so everything like I said, it's all strategy. And the people basically lay it out for you. Sometimes you'll just be overlooking your customers and how they react, how they interact, and what they do. Bro. Yeah, so it's like once I got it, I'm telling you, once I got it in my mind, like people will buy anything.
Yeah.
That's why stuff exists. People buy it.
And that's what I tell all like my friends that like don't do nothing. I be like, bro, it's so much in this world, bro. It's so much out here.
But you got to be careful, because entrepreneurship isn't for everyone.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Let me tell you.
Literally told him, when we did this shoot, I told him that. I said, look.
Entrepreneurship isn't for everyone.
Don't waste your time trying to
convert.
To instill it in it is not going to happen. Some people would rather talk about the negative shit. Oh, this ain't working for me. This ain't. Yeah. And you feel like you gotta help them. Sometimes they don't want to be helped.
You can't help somebody that want to help themselves.
Yeah, so it's facts. Like you end up trying to help people, and it's just like the whole time, like they're the anchor. Mm-hmm. You trying to keep them from like going down.
Going down, and they all.
Now you gonna end up drowning with them, because you trying to like.
You trying to pull it in.
Oh, you need 200. All right, bet, Go. But me, it's like, what you doing with this? Like, what are you doing with this? How you in this negative space? Like, we all going through something. Everybody deal what they deal with, and it's just like if you taking it in and you ain't trying to do something that you really
like to
do,
don't match what we talking about.
What are you doing? Like I can feel down. I'm like, I'm gonna just do something I love to do. You cannot skate for years and be like, all right, you going through some stuff. I'm like,
hit the floor.
I'm just going ahead and just go skating today. Like, let me just try to. Some people don't. They don't want that. They be like, oh, I'm trying to figure out where my because they used to just being. They pitch that story. Now they get $200 here, $100 here, $50 there. I'm set now. Yeah. I'm cool. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and just do this, and it's just like.
But that's why they don't teach real estate or credit in school. That's why. And let me tell you why. Because then everybody would be a boss. Yeah. We would have no workers. What if nobody worked at Chick-fil-A? I'd be a little pissed off if nobody worked at Chick-fil-A. You get what I'm saying? So now the information is out there, right? So the people who aspire to be that, they go find that. Oh, that's how you build credit. Oh, that's how you do this. Oh, that's how you do that. And or they either come from a family of bosses that teach them. Bosses breed bosses, right? Now, if they gave us all that information right in high school, nobody would have went to college.
That's real.
Everybody would say, I'm going right into real estate. What?
So it's a thing real. That I be asking.
You gotta want to get the information.
I be like, think about it like this: if everybody became who they wanted to be, how would the world be?
It'd be horrible.
It would be nobody wants to be a server. Nobody wants to work in the fast food places. So that's why
they have to.
I show so much love to people when I go out to these places. It's so hard for me to get mad about services and stuff like that because
any like, customer service.
I'm
patient with you.
Yeah, so it's just like exactly. So it's just like I'm not about to knock you. I can't knock you. I don't know what you're going through.
I'm gonna try to make this smooth as possible because you stuck here. I'm gonna get up.
It probably took you 45 minutes to bring me my food because the cook. It ain't got nothing. But I don't see the cook, so now it's just like, damn, y'all.
Yeah. Whenever I want a customer service call and I want to call them, I let them know. I'll be like, look, I'm just venting to you. I know it's not your fault. You just read what's on the computer. That's all you can do. So you can't make up something like I understand that, but it's like I just tell them we have to have this hierarchy in this world for a reason, bro. If it didn't exist, it's like somebody said, a rich guy said, right now if they took all the money in the world and spread it out evenly and everybody got it evenly, it would still, after about 20 years, it would still go right back into the hands of all those rich people all over again. It won't be you rich people. They're going to just give it all back to them same rich people.
Oh, you know what I do on the steak? You give me that, niggas just sitting there chilling like, thank you.
So people complaining, oh, why he got $50 billion and he ain't giving nobody no money? Even if he gave it all to us, all we gonna do is he's the creator of things.
Because he didn't spread it
all. He's the creator of things.
Even if he didn't even create it, he invested in it. Or people be getting their name bought and all that stuff. That's like somebody coming to you. You so passionate about what you do. Somebody come to you and be like, you know what? I like what you do and all that stuff. Show us what you do with these recipes and all that stuff. How you make these drinks and all that stuff. I give you about $7 million. But depending on what you going through, you be like, $7 million? Man, I ain't even made that. And you can sell that. They got your recipe.
I sold a patent to something that I have already. I know.
So it's like, it's just like,
I hate it now that I got that product.
But and there's so many, and they do. That's what they do. It's just like, that's what they do. It's just like, I'm not the creator. Like I don't even know. I'm not even the creator. And then when you go to people history, when I look up people, I look up to see who they were and all that stuff. And you be seeing. They was never even, it was never,
everybody started from nothing.
Yeah, it's just like, they just had the money to invest in certain stuff. So it's just like, certain patents, it's just like, they catch us at the right time.
That's why Shark Tank exists, bro.
Bro, I really, how do you feel about that show?
I feel like it's a good show, but I feel like not enough of the business owners don't understand negotiating and how things work. Like a lot of them sold out a lot of times.
That's what I wanted to
a lot of them sold out a lot, and some of them I seen was confident and didn't take the deal because if it's worth a certain amount to somebody and you know in your heart when you create something or you make something or you edit something, you know in your heart when it's good. Now somebody else telling you it's good makes it even better. So that means that if you willing to offer me something for this, then it must be even better than what I already know it to be.
It's just a platform.
Yeah.
But that's just on the bottom of that. Say if I got something going on, whatever, I know you got the following. Like, hey bro, how many times do you get this? Or how many times you get this? Hey bro, can you just repost my video and this, that, and the third? because of our following, it's just it's like Shark Tank. It's just like
people
I know y'all got it. Yeah, like I know
trust, once your following trust you, people want you to repost them because when your follower looking for something, they gonna say he trust them. He posted them, so he ain't gonna just send me to nobody gonna do me bad. So a lot of times I get the
I used to watch videos and be like, bruh, and I felt the same way. I did one video like this. I was like, don't send me no music videos because I'm going to be brutally honest. Like if I don't, me as a photographer, me shooting videos and all that stuff with my partners and all that. First of all, I don't want to be around no guns and drugs and all that stuff. I already did it already. My clientele is way beyond because
send me the sound too.
Bro, I swear to you, the people that in the beginning when I started doing that and I started backing up my partner and he was shooting music video, the people that have all the money that's doing all this stuff always want the deal. When we start doing the other type of videos, ain't none of that being seen.
Right.
You give him even if you don't want to do it, you just give him a price. Like, man, all right, bet. Music video $750. They're like, all right, bet. I'll give you a rack. Just come shoot this video. Ain't no money in that. They just doing a basic little video shoot because the people that got it don't need to show it.
It's a chapter in my. I might just show y'all this. Show y'all some of the book because it's a chapter in my book called "Don't Show Them What You Have, Just Have It." There's no reason. There's no reason for people. Nobody know if I'm really rich or if I'm poor. But people know he generates money. They flat out know that. You can't come to my page and say, "Oh, that nigga got a bag."
That's crazy. I peeped that. I peeped that so cold. Just looking at your page, I promise you. That's why I don't really post too much of what I stopped posting how many potatoes I done sold and this and that because then people start counting and all that and do all and I want people to try to guess.
You feel me? They want you to be successful just so you can be successful, and then they don't want you to be there no more once you get there.
Facts.
They want you to always stay grounded. That's why they always tell rap artists, man, I want you to go back to how you used to sound. How am I supposed to sound how I used to sound if I got $30 million? I live in a mansion now, my family's straight.
I'm not there no more.
How am I supposed to rap about Honda Civic?
That's a fact.
They want you to stay on their
Wayne was one of the ones they always be like, man, come. Bro, we didn't know this man when he was 13, 14 now. Come on now he over here now. Come on, like you think he's gonna... It's 30 years. Come on, you born in rap, brother.
I'm not gonna still be rapping about
You shouldn't be rapping about that still. Somebody writing that now.
You still ain't making it.
You still ain't making nigga. I see you on private jets and all that. You still ain't on yet. So it's like
at this point, you just need to give it up shit.
In a way, it's important too how you curate your social media, bro. Right. Like, if it's personal to me, like did you say, I don't even post my daughter like that, bro, because it's so personal to me, and I think that when you put stuff on social media, it's no longer yours. It's no longer yours. It's ours now. Yeah. It's some people who kids, nigga, they my kids too. I watched when you was pregnant. I watched when y'all first started having sex, when you got pregnant, when you had the baby. First birthday,
then you end up getting pregnant, and the kid come out.
That's our kid. What do you mean?
So I'm looking at it like, hey, ain't no baby birthday coming up.
You can't even get mad at me. You can't get mad at me. Like people be saying, oh, why y'all minding my business? You giving us the business to mind. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Ain't nobody tell you to comment.
All my posts are marketing posts. Even when you think I'm just being funny, I got 5 sales when that video dropped because guess what? All those people shared it. I'm all over the internet for the day. It makes somebody curious to go, what do he do? Why he talking? Why he think he's something? What do we do?
And then they might purchase it and be like, let me just see what they hit for. And
then it turns into a repeat customer. And I make most of my products. I learned this too. You got to make whatever you got or whatever you doing a need, not a want. Because when somebody wants something, they want it. You need tissue. You gonna go get the tissue, but you want in and out. You see the difference in that? And I learned that because I was working at Volkswagen, and I was about to start working at BMW, and I went in there with the GM. He said, look at your numbers, man. You sold a lot of cars at Volkswagen, but it's not the same here. People need a Volkswagen. They want a BMW. The people that come here, we don't have to sell them a car. 9 times out of 10, they driving off. You don't wake up when you got a car and go, man, I sure need to go to Benz today. I sure need to go to BMW. You thinking an auction, you thinking Honda, you thinking Volkswagen, you thinking more affordable car. He said, here, we just look nice. they buying the car when they come. At Volkswagen, they might just come looky-looing.
Yeah, because it ain't just, Volkswagen ain't the place you really just like, so when you get there, it's just like, I'm going to just go to
I'm selling you the car now. Now I'm making sure that you buy this one instead of going to Honda or Toyota, which is in the same price range. Now I'm a salesman. But Lamborghini don't got commercial, because if you come in here, you ain't just test drive the Lamborghini. You buying a Lamborghini. We know that. So you gotta make whatever you do.
I don't know why you keep blessing me. I don't know why you keep blessing me.
Be calling my phone, hey, pull up, bro. We have something.
You calling me today?
Today? To come today? Nigga, I
that's why when you come down here, you be trying to like.
I schedule out my whole self, but I'm here so much now because we started PC Fun Days, a nonprofit now. So now that it's about to start really becoming a real thing, like it's in a process of becoming that real thing, but it's like it's forcing me to kind of have to be here more, because it's like it's much more than what people think, especially with a big event like that one. Because not only we're not just in charge of like finding a place, getting food, vendors, but bro, you're in charge of everybody's safety.
Yeah. And it's that type of platform. Where you coming from? Where you coming from? And you see, like, multiple hoods be there for sure.
That's why when I was talking to PC about it, I was like, you really been in jail, so you don't know the power of this. But bro, there hasn't been an event where we can say Crips, Bloods, neighborhoods, Hoovers, girls, boys, kids, moms, all at one event. Nobody fighting, nobody arguing, nobody. All you feel is a vibe. It's like a weird, just a vibe there.
It's like you go in there, but you like kind of paranoid in the beginning. But that hour go by, you be like, I'm eating good and all that.
And then the cool part about it, don't charge the vendors nothing. Just show up with your stuff. You in charge of it. Do your thing, because you being here makes this a bigger thing, because whoever
you might have 10 people that want to buy something. Now they just there. Free event is just like.
Definitely, when he first seen, that's why I think he made him put me like, man, what's up, man? You want to be that? You want to be deeper in this? Because when the first one I came, I don't sell nothing in person. I like e-commerce, bro. It's safe, and they can't negotiate. That's just the bottom line. It's safe, you can't negotiate.
Right.
So he seen it. I'm like, bro, nobody. I told him like, man, look, I'm gonna be a lot of people come up here to buy this shit from me. He like, all right, he thinking it's nothing. He see 40 people really come and leave the event. They don't even stay. Then another 40 actually come and stay. He like, no, wait, nigga, what the people that came? They just came.
They got the dream. That's what they wanted. They got it.
And see me. And then that's another thing too. You can't make yourself so available too when you want to be good at marketing, because me being absent, it do something. They be like, oh, not only do I want to go buy it, I want to see him in person.
I learned that. I learned that because it was just like when I started doing events and stuff like that. I would do events at different black-owned places. Like I'm like, all right, this is your lounge. All right, bet I'm gonna do the event. I'm gonna host it. This, that, and the third. I'm gonna come there 2 weeks before I throw the event just to bring some people in there. And you trust me and all that stuff. Do that. Bring the people in there. Like, I want you to do some weekly stuff. I'm like, no. Once you commit that much, it's just like, oh, if I don't go this Tuesday. I'll go the following Tuesday. So once you become convenient, it's just be like, I miss it. Yeah, I can miss it.
When you come convenient, the price drops. Now we got to work out a deal that fits me being here every day. That's why everybody be telling me, get a brick and mortar, get a building. Listen, bro. As we sit right here right now, and if I go to my phone just today, I've just been right here talking to y'all. My phone on silent. I've had 15 sales just today. I ain't did nothing. I haven't made a post on social media. Right. If I had a brick and mortar, which I don't knock that nobody have a building, I would have to go open it up, sit right there, hire somebody. And if I don't want to sit right there,
you gotta pay the least to be.
If I don't want to sit right there, then I gotta pay somebody to sit right there. Then I gotta make sure I can trust them. Then it's like this. Then I gotta make sure somebody break it in. I gotta make sure nobody breaking it. I gotta make sure I got a camera system. I gotta have insurance. I gotta have. Look at the list is just getting crazy.
Once you get to that point to where you like, all right, there's too much for me to do. Then
I hired somebody before.
Some people just hire people too early. Yeah. You be like, all right, bro, I still can do this. I was just being lazy.
You can get 20 artists, nigga, do it. It's on you. But like, I hired somebody when I started getting into that 100 club artists. Like, I was like, fuck that. I gotta hire somebody, and I hired them because I just wanted to be like, look, I just need you to be like the inspector of the packages. So basically, I'm gonna package them, but then I need you to make sure I'm putting the right stuff in the right box. Cause that's
sometimes when you tired, bro, you can start messing. You be like, you hit you up like, oh, I ordered this when I got this. You be like, all right, bro, I'm gonna send it to you.
You send me a T-shirt, and then you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
so how was it? How hard was it, or easy was it setting that up? Like to get somebody to, yeah.
It took about a month for him to really realize it was a real business.
You know, people come up in there like, I'm gonna step in, I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna help you out, bro.
I thought it was like that. So once he seen the seriousness of it, and the only reason I didn't keep a person on is because I'm a stickler on something being the way I like it to be. And before I have to yell at you or degrade you or make you feel like less, let's just part ways, and then I can just do it the way I want, and I ain't got nobody to yell at and do nothing. It's getting done the way I want. Because at the end of the day, it needs to be done the way I want. Because that's what got this business here. That's why it's this far.
And they might not be as passionate as you. So it's just like, man, I'm about to just go ahead and just
label gonna
be quick. Yeah,
why would they be?
It got there, didn't it? But you just like.
And I feel like that's what a lot of people don't understand either. Like they be so mad that people don't, always sit there and support or always put that time and effort into your business. And it's like, bro, it's not their business. It's yours.
Our generation, if no other generation, no is our generation. No, if it ain't our business, it ain't our business. We number one at quitting the job. We don't do 2 weeks notices. And guess what? You ready to quit the job already working there. Don't let them disrespect you. Oh.
But see, that's.
I'm gone.
I'm walking out right now. I'll leave this bitch empty and open. I'm out of here. Y'all got me fucked up. Disrespecting me.
Mid-shift, like, they call somebody to fill in for me. Nigga,
I'm out of here. You got me fucked up. Oh, I can't go on vacation? Oh, I'm done with that job.
See, that's why I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all too, in specific, because them days when I do feel like, the business ain't doing what I want to do, y'all hit me up. Or y'all see something I posted, y'all be blunt and honest. And just like when I started doing the credit thing with my little brother, we was doing good. But before that, when you had hit me up in my DM and you was like, hey, it's a whole different ballgame.
Credit is, because like I build entire, that's the other part people, I'm saying, it's a lot of behind the scenes stuff. I build entire e-commerce stores, bro, like to the point, it's like, I'm literally the store for people on Instagram. So like they posting look at all this stuff I sell. I'm the one packaging it, printing it up, everything, right? So at the end of the day, it's like I don't have time to be sad or not feeling like that or not keeping it real with you and understanding how things are and how people perceive things. So it's like if you get into the credit game, nigga, we expecting for you every now and then to have on the suit and the tie. We expecting for you to have the fanciest car. We're expecting for you to have a MasterCard. We're expecting for you to be top tier credit cards.
Right.
You can't be. It's like I hate when I see a barber who hair not cut or a beautician who hair not done.
You are your brand.
Or a stylist and he ain't just nigga. What?
Facts. That's real.
How am I supposed to? Again, you better believe in yourself or we won't. Because how am I supposed to believe that that's what you really do? Now, granted, you ain't failing in life or nothing like that, but expectations of certain fields is we got expectations. That's why all rappers wear chains and stuff, because we was like, okay, you rap, nigga, where your chain at?
This is what we got.
And this is what rappers do. So you ain't got one, you ain't really no rapper. So it's like it's how people perceive it. You can be the best at it, and ain't nobody gonna believe it until you actually do it. From they gonna say he is the best, even though he don't do what they do. But you not doing what they do is why people ain't gonna give you the chance.
Facts. So how did y'all learn the discipline? Like how hard was this?
I'm about to keep it 1,000 with you. I'm still learning, but I'm better than I was before, and I can say that because you can't be consistent without self-discipline. Facts. So if your main source of marketing is social media, like social media platforms, and you ain't making no posts regularly, you don't got no skill, you're not doing none of that. That's inconsistent. You're not self-disciplined to do something as simple that you're doing all day anyway, which is being on your phone. You're not even doing something like that. So I feel like a lot of times we want to be just disciplined out the back and forgetting, again, that too is a long race as well. So it's like, I started small, bro. Like, okay, every day I'm going to make sure I wake up and the first thing I do is make my bed up. You'll be surprised how many people can't do that. They may do it here and there, but you got to think about how many people every day wake up Don't do nothing else.
Building a routine.
Yeah, don't touch your phone. Like I don't touch my phone. When I wake up, I don't touch my phone. I make my bed up. I brush my teeth. Take a shower. If I'm gonna take a shower, or if I'm just kicking in the house, I may just brush my teeth, wash my face, and just be like that. I don't touch my phone until I do everything I'm supposed to do. And when I do touch my phone, email first. Because I know the wind that blow me to social media. And that's an hour right there. Don't let it be TikTok. That's 2 hours. Right. Real shit. So, when I was really getting into the discipline, like I need to be up at the same time every day. I need to be doing like this. I had a checklist of things. I can't touch my phone, which I love to do, until I do this list of things every day. Crazy. And when you start that small, then you're going to get the big discipline, the big one. Just small ones that you think that you don't even know that you're not doing. But you know you're supposed to be doing.
Like they say, bro. They say celebrate the small wins. Mm-hmm. A lot of people just want to go for the gusto. But I feel like with the discipline, you always just set the bar. Like, you know, when you first start off, it's just like, I made this amount of sales. You can be cool. So they be like, all right, if I can get 15 sales at this price, I'm cool for a month. You be like, all right, I'm cool. And then the demand start getting higher. Now you start setting the bar even higher. So it's just like, if I'm doing 15, everybody asking and all that, and you sell out, you be like, I'm cool. Some people satisfied with being but that's I already know how we working. It's just like, as soon as they sold out, you like, nah, I'm going ahead. Because you don't want to be, you want to be to the point to where it's just like, all right, I'm going to do 100 sales. If I do 100 sales and this, then you sell out, you just like, you never, so the discipline is just like, I gotta wake up earlier now. I gotta make way more stuff. Mm-hmm. I gotta go to the store and get way more merchandise. All that. The demand is higher, but the discipline of you setting the bar, like, so it's just like you never being satisfied. Like, don't be satisfied.
Being booked up and being sold out is like a gift and a curse. To be honest with you, because the gift is I'm sold out, I'm booked up. The curse is a customer going, damn, this chance that this was gonna be the first time I actually was gonna make the purchase. Or I was gonna book with them,
I can't do it.
Not booked, and now I don't even want to do it anymore. Now they gotta get real up again to do it.
I hate to turn down, like when I be getting gigs and all that. I remember doing a wedding. I had a wedding. It was just like they booked me months ahead of time, and then it was this one person. They hit me up. It was just like, hey, bro, I'm flying in to shoot this music video. This, that, and the third. I want the behind the scenes with you, like. The messenger, like so I'm just like, all right, bet. Same date and all that. I'm just like, oh my God. I'm like, bruh. All right, I'm doing a wedding, but I'm like, literally, when I leave the wedding, I will shoot straight over there and this and the third. The wedding was ended from the contracted time. It was ending. The shoot was starting 30 minutes before that. I'm like, bro, if you can just give me time to, because I don't want nobody. Me, I'm just like, nah. You hit me up personally. I'm going. If I don't go, my partner, somebody I really trust, like,
this is gonna get done.
Yeah, I'm like, bro. He literally was just like, I literally told them. He sent me the message like he told them it's like, well, I still got to get my office and this and the third. I'm not gonna be able to show up until this time.
He made it to where.
Boy, I was just like, I have to go. Yeah. And I went there and he told me, he was just like, bro, he was like, I've been watching. He said somebody sent me your page and he couldn't even tell me who it was because if he did, I would have just looked out for them. Like, you feel me? So I don't know who it was. They showed me. He just said, yo, behind the scenes work, and it was just times where I would take
I can actually
pictures
say
of being
there. I see
just the growth, bro. How you live, bro?
You know when they first started out, you like, I know
he
you
just got a
camera
out.
I know you just starting out, so I'm not gonna say. But I like when I say, I'm like, damn, this nigga good at it. Now. You're really good now.
Appreciate it.
Really good at it. Really good at it.
And it's just the timing of everything is just like is crazy because it's just like we want to put that out there. Like, if you stick with me, I believe in this. Like, you feel me? But it be so many times a nigga be like, I'm about to be a rapper. Or I'm about to do it. And they switch so much, you're going to be like, nigga, just do it. Like, just go ahead. I'm tired of this.
You ain't harebrained scheme. You got to be consistent for people to believe in you. When you transition into a new something, nobody believe in you, especially people that know you because they don't. Nobody know me for cooking my whole life. Nobody knew I can do that. So when I open the door and go, look what I can do, people are like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, what?
3 months down the line, they like, no, nigga, he been posting shit
start
every
doing it.
day.
Starts
Shit
doing
looking
it.
good over there. Hold up.
I send your pages to so many, but like, this the person I'm talking about. This the person I'm talking about. I'm like, oh, okay, he's still doing. I'm like, nah, just check the page out. Nigga got all kind of, and I'm telling people like, yo, content means so much to
We're the
people.
new TV,
like, it
bro.
just be like,
People
just be like,
happy.
just be scrolling, ain't got nothing to do. Like,
it's a fucking dark hole for you if you just laid around bored.
it's just like you can
come
anything.
to follow this, you finna get a taste of everything. You finna get some real shit, funny shit, food, every politic, everything.
Do people ever come to you though and be like, you need to make a separate page?
I told you this last time. I am my business.
That's why I don't want to make no separate. That's why.
Now, let me tell you, this is the other thing. But let's say tomorrow I get 2 million followers. Then at that point, I would know whatever I did, I got the ass. I got them. I got them. Then I'll make a business page because at that point they will follow that. Yeah. But I already got all these people here. Y'all here. Y'all finna this the business.
My niggas just like your whole vlogging, like when you just doing a spill about the streets and all that, then nigga might cook and then nigga might drink. You got 3 different audiences already just like on one page. Just, people like, you need to do like it's too much.
I got business tips. I got literally everything. I look at I'm trying to look at Master P's people. I'm like, why they get to have 20 things and we believe in it? Why I can't have 20 things that I got? And no,
he doing everything. He do it all.
He got cereal, pancake mix, shoes, basketballs. Come on, man. Why I can't have 5, 6 things? He got 20.
And I think about that all the time. I think that's why.
But you got to be ambitious enough to
you can't just be. Yeah, you can't just be one of
be like, I want to have all that. It's like, nigga, you working too. You working too. Don't think.
Hey, what?
I told you about this though. I told you I was just like, bro. Then I said, just alone doing the podcast is gonna open up doors for you, but you gotta wait until you really feel it. You can't just be like, oh, I'm about to just go ahead and do this. Like, nah.
That's why my schedule is the way it is. Like, I know when my creative juices is flowing. Like, let's just say when it comes to like writing a book or something like that, I can't do that in the daytime. As I'm winding down at night and I'm in my nose.
When the sun is up, you feel like you gotta do something. Yeah, you gotta be out here.
I got to be winding. I'm doing stuff. I'm moving around. As I'm winding down at night, I had 2 shots or something. Now I'm in my notes. I'm going. I'm like, damn. Then when I get trapped into anything, if I'm on Photoshop working on logo, once I get trapped in, I'm in.
You don't even. The phone is out. Like phone is out the way.
Like for a little bit, and I told myself that's important. That people gotta understand that me time is important too. So the second you reach writer's block, a roadblock, or just you feel another one, stop. Cause whatever you making gonna turn out bullshit because now you forcing it. Yeah, forcing it now. Now it ain't just happen. Like Gucci Man tell everybody that used to say, I don't write my rap. Why you don't write? Like, cause I'ma feel like I'm forcing to be able to be to sound cooler when I'm. Cause
when you reading it, you can mean that, but when you read it, you like that don't go, and now you trying to fill it in. Like
I don't remember how I rhymed it and all that.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It's just a lot. Like, so I think the natural stuff you gotta focus on a lot too. Don't if you gotta force it, you shouldn't be forcing nothing in life anyway.
Facts.
Unless it's in somebody's butt. That's sexual. That's your preference.
That nigga stupid. So how do y'all? When it comes to money, what is like some of y'all saving strategies? Like how do you put this for this or what I'm saying?
You gotta get money. Fuck it up. You gotta get you first off. The first part, see, people always talk about saving.
You definitely gotta blow.
Do you know how to generate money? Do you know how to be a money man? You can't talk about saving if all your money is for bills and shit. Right. Let's not get to saving until you figure out a way to generate more than your overhead. Then we can talk about saving. So then once you realize, all right, a lot of people
at that point you just putting up.
Yeah, a lot of people don't scale their business though. That's the other thing. People not scaling their business. Like I'm gonna just keep it a buck with y'all. For me to make one drink cost me about $1.67. So when people like, why are you only $5, $7? That's cheap. Oh, everybody else is 10 and 15.
Making like them.
I'm making. Yeah, that's a huge profit.
Especially
overall, I'm selling 500 of these.
A lot of people trying to whoop people over the head off the rip. $15.
I learned that from the streets though. Because when I was selling weed, okay, you over there selling weed, you got only dubs. I got 2 for 15. You can't get a sale until I ain't got none. Ain't nobody ever coming over there.
It don't even sound right. You be like, why would I
get a dub for 1 gram? He's giving me 2 grams. I'm going to get the 2 grams. So until I run out, like when I do pop-up shots, I get right next to somebody else who sell drinks too. I'm not gonna short stop you, but you can't get a sale till I run out because you can't fuck with the quality and price.
You five. You five. 3 of them.
Give me 3 of them ones instead of and these was hitting too. Them just look good. You feel what I'm saying? Them was hitting too. So it's like I learned that the profit is what matters. You gonna come. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. I'm thinking about down the line.
They be greedy.
I'm thinking about down the line.
But when you first start off though, you don't see it though. Like you be like, man, I didn't spend. You got the bottles and all, like you making the stuff, and then it's just like coming up with the price, and now it's just like, all right, I'm gonna make this off of it. Now when you make that money, you put it into the next. Now you making more. Niggas take that, put it to the side, and be like, oh,
I'm a geek, bro. So whenever I'm about to get myself into something, I find out who all else that I know make this. Oh, I'm about to buy all of this. I'm gonna do reviews on them, taste them. I'm gonna see. Some of them got labels on. Some don't got labels. Some come in bottles. Some come in bags. Wow.
Some you gotta pull up on them.
Some can't ship them to you. Some can't do it. Okay. Now that I got all of y'all and seeing how all of y'all do it,
you're gonna see how to make yours different.
How am I gonna be better? Because like I said, we're all in competition. It's invisible.
Soaking up game will take you a long way, bro.
So people thinking I'm just waking up and I'm gonna make this. No, I'm gonna do my research. Okay, she don't do it. She don't never have them all the time. He don't never have them.
They don't never post they even doing this.
Okay, so all I gotta do is just be a little bit more consistent than that person, and they outbeat. But at the same time, I kill a game because I still buy all of yours, repost all your stuff, chase your stuff, tell people to go buy yours too. Not only so you can't really say, oh, this nigga he's stepping on my toes. He coming into he trying to sell what I sell. We all selling the same stuff.
Facts.
It's preference, bro. When somebody chooses to have something, it's preference, bro. Like when people go down the bread aisle, it's all bread. Nigga, you can make a sandwich out of all that shit. But people gonna go, I don't use Sara Lee. That's what I use. You can't convince them to get the Kroger bread. They gonna say that one cheap. No, nigga, they making the same bread. Like a lot of people don't know that. Like they make grocery store tequila.
A lot of
in the same distillery as Casamigos.
It be the same brand, just different names. Niggas don't even be knowing that. It be like watches and all that. Niggas like, bro, I'm flexing this. I'm like, bro, you know Michael Kors and all that stuff. Like they under like, you like
Costco tequila, grocery store tequila, Costco tequila is made at the same distillery as Casa Azul, Casamigos. So what's the
niggas don't like different? Because of the
labeling, the preference.
They be like, oh, this 150. This got to be,
bro. These niggas out here selling niggas Gildans for 50.
Mm-hmm.
With the same print you print,
right.
And you selling your Gildan 25, 30, and somebody saying, "Why you still nothing?" It's a nigga. Okay, let's Gallery Depot, nigga. Gallery Depot, the niggas just said Gallery Depot, $350. Fashion Nova. Fashion Nova ain't nothing but Shein and Alibaba.
All that
is one thing with different label on it. And it's just private labeling, bro. You can get anything, cut the tag off.
So whoever is making that, they really
that's who the GOAT is. The manufacturer is the GOAT. So at the end of the day, and I look at the scaling of those businesses. Okay, they charging $20 for that, but they paid $1 for it. You gotta scale it in the beginning to know how to save and all that. The scale, even with your bills, you gotta know how much your overhead is. Stop just at least average out. Like I know how much all my bills together are, even when they, because it changes for me. Because in the summer, I'm looking to have a higher light bill than in the winter time. So I know how my bills will fluctuate there. But if you don't know your overhead and you just going, when the bill comes, I'm gonna find out how much it. It's bro. You gotta know it costs me $2,100 a month to live, basic.
That's how you
now,
gotta move.
How am I gonna make that in a profit?
Right.
Facts.
And just know where your sales coming from. It's just paying attention to
you're not looking
what
at
you're doing. People just be.
You're not gonna know how to market if you're not looking at your numbers.
Facts.
You just say I'm getting a bunch of sales. You gotta look at your demographic. Who buying? How often do they buy? When they get paid? And people be like, why you do rollouts a certain day? I don't. If you ever notice, I never do rollouts from the 1st to like the 15th. I don't do rollouts. You
already know
car notes, bills. So after that, when they get that second week check, that's what people call a free check, which is the stupidest thing to do. But I'm gonna tell you why people do that. Because in black households, they groom us by saying stuff like this: as long as all the bills paid, as long as you got clothes on your back.
Facts.
No. I want clothes on my back, bills paid. I want a Benz. They don't have a higher ceiling. They settle that. You good as long as your bills paid.
We can't do nothing in the beginning of the month because you already know that's gonna be the rent check and all that, and then it's just like no, like if that is. It's never gonna be a point to where it's a free check.
Never. It's no such thing as a free check.
You're in the 15th, nigga. Now you gotta put that towards the first.
It's my free check.
Yeah.
Nigga, no, ain't no free check.
What you doing with this money? Like,
so probably today so far, without me not doing no marketing, I probably made like $578, right? That's a slow day for me. I'm gonna take that $578. 170 of it is gonna be able to pay my Shopify label printing. So all those labels I gotta print, about 175 is gonna take for about 15 orders. Boom, that's to be able to get the shipping labels. 400 of it, I'm gonna take 150 of it. I'm gonna buy more bottles, more labels
to continue
on. Now my profit off of this $578 is gonna be somewhere $220, $250. Now that's when I get to say, okay, I got $250. I don't got $578.
People look at the totem like, man, I made about a rack. And it's just like, nigga, you done spent $600 on merch.
Merch, facts.
You didn't scale it right. And then another thing is that if it exists and you can find a way to do it on your own, nigga, learn how. I used to have a label company I used to go through. Take them a week to send me the label.
Bro, that boy.
Then I learned that I can just buy the same printer they got, invest in that.
YouTube like, what are they using to make this?
You can just buy one of those. I'm buying one of those. And now, guess what? Now I can make them. Now
somebody come to you, yeah.
Bro, I'm a one-stop shop.
Nigga, like, ain't no week over here. You can get in 2-3 days.
And I'm going to design the whole thing for you. So now you got to pay me to design it. Bro, I literally do some crazy shit like that. People send me their idea. I design the whole thing.
But now, I'd rather go to you now. That you done said it. It's just like,
I was telling my homeboy that too. He got some shit called last minute party rentals. But he only got jumpers. I said, look, man, you need to go get an open warehouse. You need to go get tables, chairs, all the shit for parties. Because people prefer to go to one place
then to have to do it
spread out.
I'm gonna call it Jumper Man, and I'm gonna call it and see what he brings to you. Oh, y'all putting that one time,
Hey, all right, so I need you to do my business cards, my gifts, and then my website, design my stuff. Oh, you can print the shirts and hoodies too. Print the shirts and hoodies. Now I'm right here. I just gain all business from one person.
Nigga walk right in the room like, got you. And it's just
I pride myself on treating customers how I like to be treated as a customer. I ain't gonna lie, when I order something offline, I'll be like, damn, my tracking number at right there. Where my tracking number at? I don't order this. Am I doing it?
Soon as you get it, soon as you pay for it, you be looking like make sure
it should be tomorrow.
Thinking this finna say en route.
Every time it's like, I'm gonna know something. My package, I got.
You just did it 10 minutes ago.
Ain't no package came?
Package come from New York though. You already thinking the next day like
the shit said 5 to 7 days to be shipped. You like, it ain't gonna came yet? I got my shipment set up for 5 to 7 days. But I ain't never saw nobody. It ain't never took 7 days for my shit to get to nobody. Nothing I ever sent ever took 7 days.
Yeah, you just put that on there, but some people, bro, I swear
they don't
to
read.
you, they don't.
It's not fundamental, buddy.
Some people, especially with you, so when you doing drinks and stuff like that, people when they or at that time they want it. Like at that very time, they really like bro, it's just and it's just like
but you gotta stick to your guns and people respect it. Trust me, my DMs is flooded, and I ain't gonna air it out.
Right.
It's flooded with people. I'll pay more. I just want to. Can I pull up? Can you make me some? And they trying to find ways to go against what my rules already are. And I simply say,
stand firm.
I can't do for one what I don't do for all. Do it on.
Cause that nigga gonna post. They gonna say that. Oh, he rocking me. I got him. Look, watch this. He sent me 12 of them and all that.
Now, don't get it twisted. I do have offline customers that's not really on Instagram like that order 50 and 60 though. So that's different than you people that's on Instagram all day. Because I know you don't say you didn't see when I said it was coming. Because you own Instagram all day.
Okay. You're the only person that's not on Instagram.
I got people that tasted them from me being at Pop-Up Shots that's not on Instagram. And they can text me and say, I want 30 of those. I'm having an event. I need 50. That's a different monster. I'm okay with making 50 of them just on the spot.
It's the bulk orders and stuff like that. That's when you used to do the bottles and all that stuff. I literally used to always hit you up like, all right, bro.
makes sense.
What it is, like I need like 6 bottles. Just give me the ticket.
Makes sense.
I'm like, all right,
and then
cool.
that's what
like,
the drink idea came from. Having all those bottles, I'm like,
use that, bro.
You still do.
You still be out of, but I knew the turnaround time was so quick. I used to do stuff. I used to do it like, and I used to like tell people, I'm like, oh, how much do we be charged for all? I'm like, look. How many bottles you want? Don't even, just how many bottles you want.
It's gonna,
give 2 days, it's going to be here. Don't worry, because you go to the store, they're going to whoop you right over the head.
And that's why I think people started to respect. That's why it's important when it comes to like your shipping or customer service that you be on point. Because see, they already don't want to order it, like you said, because they want it right, especially drinks. Nigga, they want that right. They want that in their hands, cash and change. But once they see, damn, that shit only really took like a day or two to get, it changed the game. But that's on me to go, I gotta be on time.
And now they start ordering when they don't want it. They're like, in 2 days, I know I'll probably be one. I got this event I'm going to. I'm just going.
But then the problem is that I have a lot too. Is that I have diehard like customers, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I have some that's like when I drop, they spending $200-$300 every time. I'm like, what are they doing? They ordering this stuff? Or what the fuck are they doing? Because
you be seeing one order, now you seen all of those. You be like, bro, I want to spread this out.
I want to be fair, but at the same time. Nigga, you waking up early for Nike. Nigga, you waking up early for Telfar bags and all this shit. Why you can't do it for me? Yeah. Because I'm not as big as them. And that'd be the problem. People don't want to support something until it's big. And it's like, nigga, I am big. In my world, I'm the biggest thing.
So, especially coming from where you came from.
I'm the biggest shit in my head.
So this makes it so easy, bro. If I can go to the liquor store or whatever, get 2 bottles of Casamigos, and I'll spend over $100 easy. If I come to you and give you $100, do you know how many bottles I'm going to have? And just having them bottles, I can drink it and chill and all that stuff. Like it's my person. I can spread the web. Niggas be looking like I'm just on. They be like,
the biggest market for it though. I'm gonna tell you the 2 biggest market. Like a lot of people think all my sales come from LA, but they don't. I just repost the LA ones because we all know each other and shit like that. But LA probably like 4th on the list of my biggest, most selling cities.
That's crazy.
Texas, ridiculous. Missouri, ridiculous because they got strict
rules
and stuff on how they alcohol.
Texas is. I told them I was like, I would do that.
Sunday it's closed.
You can't buy no drink.
Nothing, or at a certain time you can't get nothing in Missouri. So they depending on me. Like whenever you drop, I'm buying 20 of them bitches, 30 of them bitches just to have them in the house. Like so, people like, he stays in there. Like, nah, bro, y'all 4th on the list.
I went to Texas, bro, and we went out, and the dudes was so thirsty to buy something to drink. Like we was chilling, I go to the car and all that. I get the bottle of Hennessy. Dude was just like, bro, he said, I give you $100 for that bottle. He was like, bro. He was like, because we don't have nothing. Yeah, he's like, because we don't have. He's like, we don't have nothing, bro. He's like, we went out Saturday night. We got the bottles. We had the event and all that stuff. He was just like, if you want to watch the game, you got to go out Saturday night. So if you got your homies coming over Saturday night, you got to go to the store and go.
Beer. We talking about down to beer. Like
and it's just, and it's crazy. And then I was just like, I'm like, and I didn't know about it. He was like, bro, where you from? I told him. He was just like, he said, out here, bro, after like 8 o'clock, now it's the done deal. The cages is up. And
once you
like,
find that out, market to that.
So just imagine if you a person that's already in Texas and you know that you're in a hot spot, you just bottled up.
I had a dude that I used to ship to.
She like, bro.
He used to be ridiculous. Only reason I stopped with him is because it was like, bruh, it's just too much.
Now he was like, give me. He was like, bruh, I gotta go ahead and do all this. Like,
send me a picture what you got. All of it. Send me all that. And I'm like, bro, there's 150 bottles. How I'm gonna pack all of this? Like, what? You know how much bubble wrap is? Because I'm bubble wrapping it down. So it's like,
it's worse when you gotta do everything. You like, bro. You like,
man, nah, you need to drive on this. Man, I'm not gonna keep.
You gotta maybe halfway.
Yeah, you can't keep doing this shit, man. I cannot keep doing this shit.
And when you're doing it by yourself, it's just a lot of stuff that you just really be tired of. You like, bruh, come on.
I'm so passionate about the business part, and I'm happy. Like I don't feel like I'm working when I'm working now.
That's cool. Yeah.
Tell you I'm fun. You having a drink, you be
doing shit so fast. Be like, I'll be amazing people. They be like, why you did this so fast? Like,
you know how you can drag it out? You be like, I'll do it tomorrow. Yeah. But then when tomorrow come and you locked in, you be like, I can do it in 2-3 hours. You be like,
I don't never do nothing tomorrow.
Yeah,
that don't exist in my world.
Right. Me, when I do certain events and all that stuff, I would knock out so many events and then I'm like a day editing because I don't like to have one event, then I edit the next day, then I got an.
You use Premiere Pro?
Yeah, Premiere Pro is dope. So when I do it, I don't like to do an event, edit, do another event, edit, and I was just like, bro, I'm like, just give me 3 days, and I would just have one day because when I'm locked in, the phone go to the side, music, I'm just like on the computer and all that, and I'll be like, seeing people like, oh, that was quick and all that, I'd be like, yeah, like people, but what my business is, I don't like certain females. If I'm doing an event, doing like a party, baby shower, whatever, certain females and it's always the females. They got the filters that they want to use so bad they will put it over the picture, and I'll be like, when I see people do that, I will instantly post certain things. I'll be like, and I'll be like, this is what it really. And people be like, they be like, in the picture be able, but it just stays.
You also got to know that people don't really like us three here. We got some knowledge of editing photos or videos, right? I know the basis of like what you're saying on like the layering that it took for me to do this in Photoshop. Yeah. Are you crazy? The layering that it took to make you look better than you look, and you gonna mess that up. I understand that. Like, so I'm gonna send you like I got like templates that's like already presets, so that when you put your videos on Premiere Pro, like I got already
presets
set, like IG Reels or GTV, so you can get the actual formatting for Instagram, so your video won't be.
Send that to me too. Yeah.
You'll be able to see it, and then all you do is once you do, you can put it in. I'll send it to you. You put it in one time under your presets. IG Reel, bam. As soon as you do it, you'll hit like new sequence, boop.
Presets.
It'll already be there.
Presets save you all the time, but you know in the beginning you be doing everything manually. Like, bro, I ain't about to be doing all this stuff.
I gonna start buying like transition packets from like the big names. When I start buying the transition packets, I just kill it now. So like,
now the ads be popping up. Once you buy it one time, the ads start going. So I'm like, get the cinematic look. You be like, oh, I want this.
I got my preset. Bam. All right, boom. Every video needs a different kind of see, but people that don't know it, they don't, because like when you watching a film or something like that, people don't even see the simple editing in that. Like it happened. Like when it switches scenes, people don't even see how fast that happened. They can't count it.
Facts.
They can't count it. Like when you get a zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, they just know.
To them, it look like it's one look. They be like, oh, all right, cool.
Right. You like, nigga, you don't know.
It's a different thing. They walk in the bar, it be a different look, and then when you go out there to the desert, it be the vintage look. It's just like everything is dramatic. Like
I don't take my food pictures the same like I'll take a picture. Right. I do my food pictures in Lightroom.
Oh yeah.
See what I'm saying? I do most of my food in Lightroom, but if it's people, I'm doing that in Photoshop. Video.
Nigga be over there like
what? I go crazy with the Apple Pen.
Since my dude over here wanna work on stuff in the middle of our,
you gotta get it in too.
Right. He gotta have his little segment. So with us having these conversations, man, and dropping all these gems, let me ask y'all this: if you could live forever, would you? No.
I don't want to. A part of life is a thing called dying, bro. We're supposed to grow old and go away for the next thing to come. That exists in all things of life. So I don't want to be forever. I don't even want to see what it's gonna be like 90, 100 years from now. I think about that a lot. Think about the older people right now that was in their hundreds or like 90s and stuff like that. Bro, this is insane to them.
Yeah.
Bro, a car, electric, insane. To picture what that does to them to see all that decades of change. I want to live a long life.
It shows you like, but it gives you something to look forward to. So it's like, if you know you can be gone tomorrow, it makes you go hard today. So it's just like, and just the situation I was just in, you feel me? I'm chilling, hanging out and all that stuff, and then just that fast, bro, you get shot and all that. When you in the hospital, it's just a lot of stuff going through your mind. It's just like, bro, if that was the last day, like what?
And you didn't maximize your day a lot, and that's why I think,
bro, you wake up and it's a whole. That's crazy.
The stuff that's normal, we don't appreciate it until something bad happens.
You gotta be something traumatic, and you be like, bro, you be like,
because people that are sick don't care about nothing but wanting to be well, right?
Niggas that's well what they thinking about.
They don't care about nothing else. So when you waking up, you got all your limbs. You can see. First off, you waking up.
Yeah, fact.
That's how I start off.
First
That's
off,
me. I be like, I woke up now.
Boom,
I'm like, that's a major part of the day. Yeah.
Because
Right.
I live my life like this too, bro. Things that's out of my control, I don't worry about. Because anything can happen. None of us are exempt. Man, Kobe Bryant did.
That was right. Yeah, that was.
Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like certain stuff like that. Let me know, like. It's an ending to everything. Like, it's ending to everything, and I'm okay with it. And it makes it easier for me to live every day and be appreciative of everything. I don't worry about things out of my control. I can't control that. I can't control if somebody decides to be driving reckless and hit me or be on a high speed. That's out of my control. A train, I get on the train, that's out of my control. Somebody else shooting, that's out of my control. I can't put that on top of the stuff that I am in control of. No, man. That's really a lot to think about.
And a lot of people just drag all of that into one and be like, bruh, you don't have nothing to do with your job, just having to like to lay you off and all that stuff. That'd be the whole company. And the people that's telling you that they ain't got no control. They're just like, they ain't got nothing to do with it.
People afraid to fly. Like, you afraid because of a bunch of stuff somebody else told you. Now you never getting to experience it because of a bunch of stuff somebody else told you. And now you living your life.
They be like,
you ain't even living to the fullest.
They be like, I can't fly because of X, Y, and Z. Be like, what's the percentage of that?
That's an anomaly. But it's the crazy part, and I don't think this is how you know when time passes. All it takes is for time to pass, and people will forget. Before 9/11, there was no TSA. You used to be able to
walk right up there.
Any amount of shampoo. Or you used to get to have a 4-inch knife.
Niggas going up there with bottles this big, shampoo and everything. Everybody had their whole little 9/11 nigga. You gotta have a little person.
But I'm sharp as a tack right now in the trunk. I got a bunch of little 3-ounce bottles, but they all filled with Don Julio. So
Stupid.
But yeah, man, all it takes is for time to pass, and that's the beauty of life. It's supposed to happen that way. I'm not afraid of it. It's out of my control.
If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. People, when you talk like that, they don't like that.
Believe in God and think about shit like that. It's like you putting your trust into God, right? I can't worry about it. He's in control of that. That's his job. I can't try to do that nigga job too. I gotta just focus on this. That's that nigga job to worry about that. That's why I believe in personally. And I mean, everybody can believe in what they want, but that's what I personally believe in God. And I don't like when people who believe in God have fear. Where it's like,
if it's gonna happen,
nigga, what God you believe in? Mine's mine.
They're like, I believe in, but you can't be stupid now. Like, who's to say it's stupid?
Because at the end of the day, that's who I believe is in control.
But I think our business, like the way how we move and stuff like that, if we felt like that and we really listened to the people, we wouldn't even do what we've been doing.
Because we taking a chance. Every time you take a photo, you taking a chance. Every time you make a potato, you taking a chance. Every single time you make something, do something, you taking a risk. Every time. But you willing to take it for the game, because with no risk, there's no gain. Everything you do is
and
a risk.
It's like, you got the success you got. It's going to be some people that might watch him like, well, his podcast is this. He need to do more of this and this and the third. They ain't never went into that. People like, oh, his drinks this and the third. You feel me? Like, oh, I don't like that photo.
I can't make everybody
but
happy.
We can't satisfy. Once you understand you cannot satisfy everybody. If I like what I do, and I told you that, I said, if that's your favorite video on YouTube and you only got 3 views, would you still feel the same way about it? A lot of people, your favorite photo, you don't got that many likes, you don't got that many views. Would you still feel the same way?
I live on planet.
You be like, you gotta put yourself to where you be like, I don't care. Like, this is what it is.
And
like,
go back to what we was talking about a little bit earlier, like being prepared to be broke.
Yeah.
Are you prepared for that? Do you got the balls to go on the edge to be broke?
Oh God.
Nigga be like, and nigga be over there sitting there, he be like,
because it's a possibility. Like us, we having this conversation on some entrepreneurial talk, basically. So you can't have fears in this game.
And it's gonna happen.
I don't question nothing I do. I know everything. I believe in myself so strongly, and that I know that when I make something, it's gonna do right. I don't believe in being humble, because that's something somebody created for me to chill out on how hard I work. I'm not gonna just shit on you now.
I don't like him because he ain't humble. I don't like stuff like that. I'm like, he's confident in what he do.
And then that's the part they leave out is that, why should I have to be quiet about working my ass off? No, nigga, I work
The first thing they throw out is cocky. Cocky, that's the first word they throw out.
It's a mentality to think like that, man.
I was having a conversation. I was in Clubhouse, and so they was just like, it was a dude in there like, yeah, I live on the 44th floor, this penthouse, this and that, and whoop de whoop. And one dude got on there like, I don't like how he's just throwing it in everybody's face.
He don't got it.
And everybody was saying the same thing. And I was like, first of all, you can't get mad at him because he just told you he lost it 10 times before he got to where he was at.
If they lived on the 44th floor, bro, they would have been like, me too, nigga.
Yeah. Now a nigga over there, he in the room, they kids laughing and shit, like, bro, now he over there. Now he want to throw the nigga face. He taking it personal now, like, bro.
And I'm just like, he worked to get there, so why do he gotta be?
Why do you don't even know what he done been through?
Oh God, that was my point right there.
He's been sleeping on somebody's floor for the last 10 years.
Oh God,
they don't care about they like.
Yeah,
he never had a place, and it's his first place. You know how good it feel on your first place. What?
Oh, you walking up there, you just like, bro.
Everything that I never did right now, I'm about to get asshole and just run around because it's your first time. It's like you never go ahead and do it. I'm sitting at the table. I'm putting my booty on this chair, like my actual raw butt on this chair, and I'm gonna have a meal right here and watch a porno. I watch a porno with on loud.
Hey, oh God!
I watch a porno on loud.
Hey, oh God!
Niggas
for sure used to be like,
yeah, you think a nigga stunning, but it's really just social media ruined it. And it's like I learned how to separate the worlds, bro. I'm not champagne for my pain. That's not me.
Right.
That's my avatar essentially.
People that know, see, the crazy thing is, us going to school together, we did complete opposite of what we was doing when we was in school. Like, we literally was just in there, nigga, we still clown around. Niggas was just, we went to school, shot jokes all day, went to class. That's all you did. All if you play a sport, you went there.
Joking.
Yeah, and it's just like, you gotta have yours in the chamber already.
Hit the door. He can't even laugh. Boy, got no joke in the chamber.
It be times where you want to wear something like, I'm not even about to put this on. Nigga, like, I'd rather be cold at school than niggas just be like,
we crawled so they can walk right now because when we first started, like when sophisticated weirdos became a thing, like we was wearing weird clothes, mismatched stuff like that. It was like, man, I never do that. Now
we was before our time. It was really like trying to drag it, but we was funny. But it was like
we was having fun. But it was certain people that was like, man, that's weird. But the very same people now it's traditional. Every pair of pants is tailored now. It's slim fit, tight fit. Niggas is not wearing no bag. Niggas ain't. Only time niggas wear Dickie suits on their hood day.
Facts.
They went together.
No, I ain't messing with
that. She off the mean. I feel the same way. I feel like the world too big. I feel like a lot of times too, like people got mad at Tony Montana, like, why would he kill his best friend? He told him, don't fuck my sister.
Yeah,
I'm gonna kill you. Right? The world's too big. Come and fuck my sister. Like I feel like why you talking to me and you got a baby by my boy? Like why you think you even can talk to me?
And some people would do that just to stick around, and some people be so naive, like, oh yeah, nigga, I didn't crack the like, nigga. She is trying to be around because your homie still around you.
But now don't get it twisted. If my homie tell me, man, hit that bitch. That's different.
That's different.
Some you already know.
But you gotta know the type of homie because a nigga will tell you to do that.
And then really be, hey, what?
You doing that? He's like, you really want to hit that, bro? Right. You really want to hit her?
But I be like, females be saying that, like they be asking me just like, why do nigga? I'm like, to be honest, the right niggas know what it is. Niggas be like, oh, bro. Because niggas ask you, niggas be like, hey, bro, you really messing with her or what? Be like,
and then I like that's why you gotta get around niggas that's honest because I don't like being around niggas. I'm just fucking on her. Nigga, if you love the bitch, say you love her because I'm
not going home with her.
I'm gonna stop looking at her ass if you really love her.
Because I don't want you pulling me to the side like, hey, bro, you need to chill out.
I see you dancing with my bitch. Nigga, I didn't know it was the bitch. I thought you was just fucking on it. So you be real, buddy. Be real.
Hey, man.
Feeling her,
This is the DaBaccHouse, man. I appreciate these two for coming on, man. These are my dogs. Y'all gotta understand that. They tap in on a daily basis.
Make us some good content, man.
Hey, what? On the real.
Off the top, just real conversation.
Hey, God. Man, I know it's been a minute since I talked to you, man. It's been a while. I just want to thank you for everything you've done for me, man. Also, I want to pray that you forgive me for all my sins. Cast them in the sea of forgiveness. Let them fade away.
Now God lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep it. If I should die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to
Amen.
save.
Show me the way, can you hear me?